Hey guys, it's Chase here on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and today, as you can see, I am not in my normal, or we are not in front of the normal background right now. I'm actually in a different environment because tonight, actually, because it's, what is it, like 10?
It's 10 now, bro.
Yeah, it's like 10:43 at night. Tonight, I am at my friend's Spirit Fan's house. You want to say hi?
Yeah, hey guys.
Or not really his house, his shop.
Yeah, store.
And today we are going to be reviewing pretty much every single collapsible magic power item that was ever made. There is currently only one, correct me if I'm wrong, there's only one character that collapses that's missing from this right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not.
No, the Canadian one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
No,
her
not,
up there.
no, we'll get to her. No, the only one that seems to be missing from the collection right now is one that wasn't even sold in the United States.
Yeah, so technically I still have every United States
every
version.
single one that was in the United States, correct. So if you want to count that, if you want to be one of those people like you don't have that one, sure, but this is probably like the most Harrys that you'll ever see, or even face rippers you'll ever see in a room right now. Basically, the most magic power items you'll ever see in a room right now. And we will be going over basically every single one, about its differences, activation for the ones that do work, because there are a few ones in here that don't work, but they still look really good. But we will be basically going out over every single one of them. And I don't know if you guys can notice, but on the far left, we actually have a prototype magic power item, which will probably be the highlight of the video. Either that or the Chef Heads Up Harry, because that's another one that doesn't really get much screen time as far as like YouTube videos.
I think there's only one video of it.
Yeah, and it was Nick's video, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is his personal collection, so I'll let him say whatever he wants about this, and then we can go up and pretty much activate them all and kind of give some history about each one, because he probably knows what story. I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, so I got these guys. Well, I started collecting them about a year ago. My first one was actually that life-size Harry in the back there, the normal one.
Which is who's that one now?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's yours now. I'm gonna sell it to them after this video. But yeah, ever since I got one, I mean, they're a great item. I love them. And I didn't even know about the chef. I thought it was fake too at the time I saw it. I didn't even think it was real, but then I saw a picture of the box.
Yeah.
And that kind of, sealed it for me, because it was the same as the Party City ones. And I would assume that Harry that I first got is from Party City, along with the groom, because they are first generations. That's not the Grandin Road one. And the Grandin Road one has a lot of differences from this one, especially the board. Mm-hmm. That's definitely the biggest difference. This one has like a regular Heads Up Harry board, like the 6-foot one.
You'll learn about the board. You guys will learn that they're not the most cooperative as we go out throughout the video. Yeah,
so they're similar. So they were probably made in the same year, 2006, I would assume, for Party City, along with the Frankensteins. And the Scarecrow was sold at Le Gourmet Chef, which is kind of like your Williams-Sonoma today.
I don't even know what that is.
Which is, it was a very strange place to be selling Heads Up Harrys. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But what kind of doesn't make any sense is the Chef seems to be a later model. So I'm not even sure when he was made for Le Gourmet Chef. It doesn't really make any sense, because the Scarecrow is a 6-volt, and it also has the hands that are together, unlike the Chef, which has them far apart.
And the Chef's a 9-volt, right?
Yeah, and he's also a 9-volt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only one else that's like that is the prototype Clown. Everyone else is 6-volt. Except the Walmart 2007 Harry, that one's 9-volt, and the Groundbreaker.
Yeah.
Those were the only released 9-volts that I knew about until now that I got the Chef. I just noticed that today.
And so what he's trying to tell me, and I'm still having a hard time believing this, I'm sure he's correct about this, but it's kind of weird. Apparently, the first generation Harrys took a 6-volt adapter, and the later years that they were made, they took a 9-volt, which makes no sense to me, because it's basically flipped. Like if you look at a Gemmy item, way back when they would take a 9-volt adapter, and then as the years went by, they even went into pole-based items. Those ones got 6 volts, so it's kind of odd that the voltage increased as the years went on. So it's pretty much flipped, but there's not really... It's kind of hard to tell what year yours was made from, because there's not really a date or anything. Maybe on the box, but
Well, there was the ones for Kmart too that were made, and I don't know what voltage they were, and they were later.
who knows?
Yeah, and it's really hard to tell.
The only indication of a year on any of these things is the copyright, which is imprinted
on the back of their necks.
Yeah, which is imprinted on the back of their necks and on their hands, which is a copyright for the mold, I guess. And that says Magic Co. 2006. And it was a reused mold, so if you get one from 2009, it'll still say 2006 on it. So it's really, I mean, it's you're just unless you know a lot about these things, you're just kind of guessing what year these were. So.
Yeah, that's basically all I know. Basically, from what I've gotten, you know.
I guess we can kind of go up close
together.
and film it all. So I guess before we activate them, because it's gonna be a little bit of a pain, unplugging and replugging everything in. Because unfortunately, we don't have an adapter for every single one of these.
We can do 2 at a time, though.
Yeah. But kind of get a close-up look at every single one. Here's the prototype. And we will show more of that, but I just want to do an overall look of all of them slowly.
Yeah, we'll get through the regular ones first, and then we can get to the clown last. I think that'd be good for us.
Yeah. It's Frank hiding back there. I think we're going to do Face Ripper as well. It was initially supposed to be all heads up Harry's, but kind of changed it to all collapsible magic power items. This one's the most special of them all. Alright, so I guess we'll go ahead and activate, unless you want to show like the parts that you also have for them too.
Oh yeah, there's another Frankenstein.
Yeah. Well, you have like 5 of the Frankenstein, right?
Yeah, there's literally like 3 other ones in these
Heads
boxes.
up Hilda in pieces.
Well, I had to use her for the chef.
There's Face Ripper. There's actually 2 Face Rippers. There's that one, and then he has the Sam's box in the back, which the Sam's one's a lot better than the Party City one. I don't like the Party City one. There's Frankenstein, there's the clown, and then there's you kind of barely see it, the groundbreaker box. So he's got boxes for, basically the most important ones. I mean, other than the...
yeah, and there's another Frank hiding right back in there.
Where's that?
You see him behind
the
Grave Reaper?
Head right there. Well, does he... That probably goes to that body then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And just a bunch of, miscellaneous hands and mechanisms around. These are all to Harry's. I think about 3 hours was spent today just kind of taking a few apart and parting them out and making them all look good, so...
Yeah, thanks for the help.
Yeah. But, alright, I guess we'll go ahead and get them plugged in. So I guess we'll start it off with the one that started everything. This is the first model, I guess, that was ever made. This is the standard Harry. You guys can see that basically any other model other than the Frankensteins pretty much look the same. Oh, and other than the clown too. I mean, they kind of got, I wouldn't say lazy, but they kind of reused the same face mold over and over again, just with different paint. Like, take him for example, or the Scarecrow, and he's not even. They just put on different clothes. Like, not even, they just put it over his original clothes. So I would say lazy for this one, but we would go ahead and activate the one that started it all.
Hey dude, come here. I'll bet you can't do this. What'll it be? Trick or treat? Hey, you want to see it again?
As you can see, very fluent movement, and I think, don't all these have 2 phrases?
Yeah.
Yeah, all.
Hey, here.
Yeah.
Got something to show you. I need to get a better view of the situation. Wow, I can see my grave from here. Much better.
For whatever reason, this one seems to have a difference in the sound. There's not as much bass, and it's a lot quieter. And I mean, the speaker's been changed like 3 different times. The volume knob's been changed. There's not really an explanation on why this one is, more quiet and doesn't have the bass, other than the fact that it's just the first generation. So that might have something to do with it. But we've replaced the speakers several different times. It sounds the same. And if there was a component issue, the sound just wouldn't work, like, in general. So it doesn't really make any sense, but it works, You can see the movements are very fluid, like a lot of these, and we'll probably only do the first phrase for every single one of these, except for the clown and the Franks, because the clown and the Franks are the only two that have like their special phrases. The rest of them have the same reused phrases, so we'll probably only do the first ones. Groom's plugged in, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is the groom one. You said it was sold at Party City?
Yeah, I assume, I don't have the box, unfortunately, so I can't
Right.
tell. But the only other one is the Grandin Road version. And that one's mouth doesn't move as
Yeah, that one.
fluidly as this one.
That one's a later model.
Yeah, it just seems the mask is thicker
Yeah.
on that one. And it looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, yeah, this one was sold at Party City around the same time the other Harry was. Because it was either that or Kmart. Because I'm pretty sure he was also there in 2006.
This one and the clown are my favorite.
Hey, dude, come here. I'll bet you can't do this. What'll it be, trick or treat? Hey, you want to see it again?
So magic power items might not be made the best because, I mean, you can hear on the audio, it's like all dimming and whatever. And it's taken the correct adapter it's supposed to, the correct amperage. So it's just, they all have their own problems. And it's not even, like, if you got one brand new, it's
They're all
still,
different.
yeah, they all have their own special problems. So we'll have to get more plugged in. But yeah, that's basically it for these two. And then we'll kind of go on and show the rest of them. Yeah, we'll probably do this one before any of the other ones, because this is basically this is the same thing as the regular Harry, except it's cut in half. There's really no differences other than the fact that it doesn't have the collapsing mech and button, but you have the button on his hand right here. And I think a lot of people have I think people have the question, or I've heard somebody ask this before. Can you put this on a Harry base? No, you can't. It does not have the connectors. You can see it's the same mold for the chest itself, but the whole bottom plate was replaced with a different mold. So it's got the it's actually rubber. That's pretty nice. Usually,
Yeah, these are on the bottom of the
usually it'd be
life-size
foam, but
bases.
yeah, you can see it's completely missing where it all connected and everything. So no, you can't connect them. It'd be pretty cool. I mean, it'd be worth a custom, but you can't just like stick them on there. He would just fall off. And he does take batteries. I think it's D batteries, but we haven't checked it out. So because we just have him on a adapter right now, and I think he takes 9 volts too, right?
Yeah, he's 9 volt.
Hey, dude, come here. I'll bet you can't do this. What'll it be, trick or treat? Hey, you want to see it again?
Yeah, we won't do any other phrases because again, it's the same thing as those. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a tabletop piece, it's pretty. He's exact same size as the life sizes. It just doesn't have the bottom. So I mean, very, very big. I mean, you could use it outside too, like in a garden or something for Halloween. So definitely still a good piece, even though it's basically the same thing, just missing the bottom half. It's got the cut of clothing. It's still very, very nice. Which one?
That one.
Oh, and so now we're kind of getting into more of the hard to find ones. These two are probably the hardest to find. And then you have the Canadian. Yeah, it was Canadian.
Canadian, yep.
Yeah, so the Canadian one. I don't know. Is the clown one is equally hard to find as these, or?
Yeah, he's just sought after, I would say.
Okay, so these ones are
I wouldn't say
just
it's too hard, but these ones, yeah, I don't think you would ever see these.
right. Maybe the green Frank is. I think
green Frankenstein's.
yeah, I think the green one's probably more rare than the regular one. I'm pretty sure. Which one's plugged? Yeah, because you only have
They're
one plug.
both plugged in.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually.
No, they're not.
Shit.
Here, we'll show the chef.
Hey, dude, come here.
Oh, the eyes seized up again. There.
He's still a little locked up.
What'll it be, trick or treat? Hey, you want to see it again?
And you plug this one in too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, dude, come here. I'll bet you can't do this. see it again?
The arms could probably stand to have a few, like, drops of grease or something on it, because they kind of creak up, which is a common issue with these.
I don't know though. It seems like on the 9-volt ones, it doesn't seem like that issue is as common.
Oh, is it 6-volt?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the 6-volt.
And it's got the sticker right here in the store it was sold. This must have been a store display. She's only $49. Wow. And this one, he had mentioned this to me. I forgot to say, some of these have separated fingers, others don't. It's more common to find the ones that are put together, the molded ones, and that's the older model. Because the newer ones, they have the separated fingers, which you can see right here, which I personally like a lot more. I think it looks a lot better with the separated, fingers, because it makes more sense. But it doesn't really bother me. It's just the little differences between the years.
Yeah, it took 5 francs to finally get one working.
So, unfortunately for the video, we're only going to be showing the one right here. I mean, this one, the green one, he totally works. I mean, it's flawless. Best hair you've ever seen. But, we just...
Don't have an adapter.
Yeah, we just can't find the adapter for it. So, we'll only be showing this one. It's totally not because it's fried or anything. Guys, apparently on the later years of these have a harness. I don't know if you don't have like an example circuit board, right?
No, but we could include a photo.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably include a photo. These have a harness circuit board. On the older ones, the wires are just soldered directly onto the board, whereas these ones have a harness, so the wires can be disconnected, which really is not the issue. I don't know what the issue is with these things, but it is it's ridiculously easy for these things to stop working.
I don't know if it's the micro components or just what.
Because these have micro components. Yeah, the old ones, 2006. These things, they have the actual good components that you can confidently replace, whereas these ones you need like a microscope and a tweezer to get rid of. So these two have that bad board. Hilda right there, she has the bad board. The Grandin Road version of this has that board. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right. So stay away from these. As cool as these guys look, and it's a shame that these have special phrases because they just fry out so easly. It's really a shame.
Yeah.
Maybe
you should just get a board made.
Maybe he's just had bad luck. But from what I've seen, I mean, the ones that have been listed, they don't work. And he says these take him five tries to finally get one. That's a lot of money, guys.
The mad doctor keeps promising to fix me up, but he never does. It's got me so frustrated. I'm about to lose my head, or maybe he'll lose his. Oh, and I got some bad news. You're next!
The camera doesn't know what to focus on. It keeps trying to put a square around Michael. And this one also doesn't have any base like the one back there. So it's very... because this one doesn't even have the separated fingers neither.
And that one's also the 6-volt?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe these two have something going on. I don't know. Because that one... the one I have, it's as quiet as this one. It's no bass. Maybe it's just a generation or something. But that one, I know for a fact, it does have the wires soldered directly onto the board. So it's not like a harness or anything.
The mad doctor spent ages robbing graves and hospitals to build me, his finest creation. But something's just not right here. Let me show you. See what I mean? I don't think this is supposed to come off.
You can see the detail.
Do you?
Working underneath too.
I could be overreacting. Maybe the problem's all in my head.
These were two phrases. Only the white one and the green one have those phrases. I don't think any other animatronic has. They might have made like a tabletop or something that
tiny
had.
one.
Yeah, but these two are the only production life sizes. It seems to have those phrases, and it's basically the head is pretty much just a reconstructed version of Face Ripper. It's got some a little bit of differences, but I mean the scarring, the rip in the the little, the little rip right there. I mean, everything is basically the exact same on Face Ripper. It's just some bigger differences, like the actual stitching itself is bigger. But yeah, and the face on this is exactly the same. It does have like some rips around the mask right here, which I've never seen that happen on a Magic Power item. I don't know.
Only happens on that Frankenstein.
Oh, it's like a common issue?
Yeah, it's on 3 of mine have that issue.
Really? Is it just on the green one, or?
Only the green one.
Wow. That's very odd.
Yeah, so that one's probably going to be ported out eventually.
Yeah, I like it if you find a new one.
Yep.
And I mean, this is a good example since, we're not going to use this for anything. I mean, it wouldn't break it if I used it on, if I did it on any of these, but you can show that the hands can pop out of place. They're meant to do that. Well, this one doesn't pop out of place, does it? I guess that one doesn't. This one you can.
Yeah, that one's not connected.
Yeah. So you can kind of hear a pop.
Yeah.
It's easier to hear it on like this one.
Older one.
Yeah, there you go. So you can hear that pop. It's very normal. They might have actually come in the box like that because it saves on space because these kind of go in. But yeah, you can disconnect them and it'll correct itself if you activate it like that. You probably don't want to show it like that, but if you have this up and you go to activate them, it will correct itself.
Yeah, it just makes like a snapping noise, so I recommend doing it.
I mean, it's meant to do it, but at the same time,
doesn't really
with how faulty these things are, I just don't trust whatever it's supposed to do. Just leave it be, and it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, these two you can activate at the same time.
Yeah, can.
So finally doing the 2 or 1 that you guys have been waiting for. These are the Magic Power Heads Up Clowns. On the right is a production, and on the left, of course, is the prototype. A lot of you have probably already seen this one, or for those that you haven't, this is it. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. As you can see, the details on both of these are very, very different, and I won't go over like everything because this isn't like a direct video on both of these. It's kind of going over everything, but I will do my best to kind of, go off of the most noticeable details and maybe ones that you guys would have to like, be here in person to notice. One of the biggest things you could probably see is just the facial differences. This one actually has, or does it still have it?
Yeah.
It has a hairy mask behind here, and I can't really see it.
Yeah, it's like a 2-in-1.
Yeah, so you can kind of see the little bit right there where it's a hairy mask. I don't know why they did that, what the purpose of doing that was, but there's 2 masks behind this, so you'd expect it to be very thick. It's not. I mean,
it's also very squishy.
Oh yeah, very squishy. So you'd expect it to be like very thick, but it's not. I mean, it's very thin, and actually this is the best example of the mouth movement on this, because on the production, even though there's it's not double masked, this is very thick. It can hardly move. You can still see it moving, but it does kind of it just kind of like twitches, so it doesn't really work well. The hair is a little bit different on this. The colors on the sides are pretty much the same, but the top of it is more of a red, whereas this one's kind of like a fire color. It's like red and orange, so big difference there. And then of course you have the Magic Power prototype tag. It's got some good stuff on the front. You guys can pause the video. I'm not going to read all of it. And then on the back it says, Magic Power, and just says it was made in Hong Kong. That's cool. And then the shoes are also a very big difference. So on the production, it is a cloth fabric-ish type material, and it's very, very well stuffed. I mean, it's very hard to push on it. So I like that they did that instead of it being just kind of flimsy. But on the prototype, the feet or the shoes are latex, and thankfully they're not as stuffed, or else you'd get kind of more paint chipping than there already is. But this latex is very good on this. Hopefully it'll last. It looks very, very weird. Can you? You can. Yeah, so big difference there.
Really different.
Yeah. And then the palms on here. This is very soft, where this is just kind of thick and rough. So you can kind of see where they put in a lot of where they kind of made this is basically a budgeted version of this. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and activate them. So we'll do the production first, and then we'll do the prototype.
Step right up, come on, to the creepiest show on earth. Want to see the new trick I'm working on?
so bad.
I was going to tell a joke, but I'm sure it's over your head. So, what do you think?
As you guys could see, the arms, they don't move very smooth. I mean, as you guys saw throughout a few of these, it's pretty much a common issue. It just, when they get old, the grease, because they do have grease, because you saw on
Hilda.
Yeah, Hilda, it was very greased up. There is supposed to be grease on the joints, but I guess it kind of wears off, and it obviously depends on where you store it. So, yeah, that's the production. And again, no bass whatsoever. It doesn't really. It sounds good, but it sounds bad at the same time. It's just got that classic Magic Power sound quality. And then we'll do the prototype. And this has a separate chip. There's no EEPROM or anything. I don't think Magic Power items ever use an EEPROM. I don't. The chip itself has never been unwrapped. It's wrapped up in masking tape. That's what it's called.
Masking tape.
Masking tape. Okay. Isn't it on the back of this? We might be able to show it if it's on the. Or where's the tape on it?
It's inside.
Oh, it's okay. So we can't really show it,
Yeah.
but we can include a photo though.
Yeah, I'll include it for you.
Okay.
Just send me one.
But yeah, and the hands are separated on this, and this one they're not. But these ones are actually very squishy, whereas like any of the other separated ones, they're very stiff, very hard. Like right here, very, very hard. So, yeah.
Step right up, come one, come all, to the creepiest show on earth. Want to see the new trick I'm working on? I was going to tell a joke, but I'm sure it's over your head. So, what do you think?
You want to tell everybody what you paid for it?
No.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, that's basically everything. The differences with this. It looks so much better. Obviously I love the production, and I would love to own a production one day. And I already did try to offer this guy some money for it, but you said
I do want to keep it.
$500 is what you said? No, I'm not paying
But I
five.
do want to keep it.
I'm not paying $500 for this. But obviously this one looks better, but this is a great substitute if you. I mean, I was gonna say if you can't find this one, obviously you can't. But
Yeah.
this one's still great. Obviously I love the prototype, but this one is a fine,
Did you want to run through the second phrase on him?
Oh yeah,
Also,
yeah. Oh yeah, we could. Yeah.
his neck, also, if you look at the bottom, it's cut out. You can see where it's extended. They actually added
Oh, really?
detailing to his neck. Yeah.
Does it pop up or?
Yeah, just zoom in on his neck, like at the
No, I'm saying
legs.
like, can I pop it up or?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because it makes that snapping noise every time I do it.
Okay.
So I would just be careful, yeah.
I want to ride the roller coaster, but they say I'm too short. I wish I could be taller. It's really working. Okay, it's enough. I need to quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah, you can see. Okay.
Phew, never mind. I just realized I'm afraid of heights.
So yeah, very, very cool. I love this thing. Super, super cool.
Did you want to do them together so you can see
Yeah, we
really
can.
the differences?
You'd have to.
Here, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Step right up, come on, come on.
Oh, wrong phrase. No.
That's okay.
I wish I could be taller. It's really working. I was going to tell a joke, but I'm sorry. It's over your head. So, never mind. What do you think? I just realized I'm afraid of heights.
The going back down was pretty on sync. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the clowns, and then I guess you want to show the rippers or?
Yeah, we can show the face right
Okay. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Heads Up Hilda. No. These two are the 2008, right?
Yeah.
2008 Magic Power face rippers.
Oh, he might have been 2006 though. The Party City one.
Oh, that's why he's so ugly. This is my favorite magic power item that they've made. I used to have one. It looked like crap. It operated like crap. It wasn't good. And this isn't, no offense, this is not the best example of one neither. It's just very hard to find one that's like perfect. I mean, you can find one that looks pretty good, but at the very least, you're gonna have arms that have been, or hands that have been snapped off. As you can see that these two have been repaired. Did you use like screws or something, or what'd you use?
Yeah, I used screws and then wrapped it with epoxy putty.
Okay, so yeah, it'll hold. Obviously, it's not gonna be, you know, original like how these are. You can see this one actually is original somehow. But this is my favorite magic power item. I love it. I love the phrases. It looks fantastic. It was sold at Sam's Club in 2008. One of Gemmy's, I think, best years, 2008. And yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and activate it. This one, they both fully work. This one has a little bit of a pitch drop, or a little bit of a power issue, I guess you could say. The eyes dim when the mouth opens. The audio kind of sounds like...
So weird.
Yeah, the voltage just completely goes when he's trying to lift up his face and drop it. I mean, it's... And I don't know what would be wrong with it, because again, you know, it runs through all its phrases or anything. Like, if it was a component issue, it could probably, you know, run for a little bit and then just cut out like a few Gemmy items. Like, there are some cases where Gemmy items do that.
But I don't think I see magic power items doing that at all.
No. But yeah, we'll go ahead and activate them.
Hey, who goes there?
A sticky button.
Do you think your Halloween costume is really scary? I bet mine is even scarier. Here, let me show you. And what are you
so
looking
cool.
at?
What's great about this, and this one as well, they have relays in the neck, so he will not stop trying to lift up his face until it's hit the relays. So even if he does have this power issue, you know, his face won't stop down prematurely. It'll go all the way up. It's just very slow. And they both have the same phrases. They have two phrases. I'm trying. The button is horrible on this thing.
Come here. I want to show you something. Can you do this?
The eyes also have relays in them, so they can stop in the middle.
Oh, you can you? Well then. Can you do
They all use leaf switches
this?
too.
Yeah. I call them relays.
I didn't think so. Don't try that at home, kids.
By the way, if anybody can tell me, like, what that background audio is, like, I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't believe that Magic Power, the company, you know, made that audio. I mean, hats off to Magic Power if they did. I mean, but it sounds great. It's probably just some free audio tracker, maybe something that has, like, a super low royalty fee or something. I don't know, but it sounds great. So if anybody knows the name of it or is able to find it somehow, please, you know, put it in the comments, because I absolutely love the background audio for it, the music.
Hey, who goes there?
This one's more
You
high-pitched
think your
and louder.
Halloween costume is really scary? I bet mine is even scarier.
This one also doesn't have the power issue.
Here, let me show you. Hey, what are you looking at?
So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's basically every single collapsible Magic Power item, including the Groundbreaker Harry, which does not collapse. But yeah, quite the collection. I hope you're proud of the collection. It looks
Thanks
great.
for having me.
It looks great. They all basically operate the best that they can for the most part. Of course, there's like some things that can be done, but you know, they all basically fully work. So
Well, it's still a work in progress. One
Yeah.
day I'll have a Hilda up.
yeah, one day.
And a green Frankenstein.
And a green, but you know, you still have them. So I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think once I get some boards made, it'll be better.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's so many other things in here that, you know, we would love to review, but I've got to get going. This won't be the last time I will be here, though, so expect more reviews in the future, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys got some more, just more in-depth background information about, you know, each one of these characters. I'm hoping that a lot of you actually haven't seen the clown, so this is like the first time you're seeing it, because it is such a cool piece. And it's not really one you have to be in person to enjoy. You can look at this online and just take it about how amazing it is.
It's really that different.
Like, it's...
It really is.
So I hope that I did go over all the differences, and if not, I'm sure you guys will, you know, go after me in the comments. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you want to check out any more of these guys, you'll have to go on Spirit Fan's YouTube channel. He has a great YouTube channel. He actually started to do reviews, right?
Yeah, somewhat. I do review here and there, but
yeah,
something I enjoy.
It started off as some demos, but it's moved into reviews. So if you guys want to see more in-depth videos on each one of these guys, definitely go check out his channel, or any of these characters back here, because he does
some
have
repair videos too if you need help.
Which people love those, yeah. And you know, some rare items too. You know, Sitting Wicked Witch of the West and 2013 Cauldron Witch. I mean, those, like, I mean, who's heard of those? I mean, seriously. But yeah, that's basically it. Really hope you guys enjoyed. These are basically all of the collapsible magic power items, aside from one, but yeah, and I will see you guys again next time. This would totally, like, just break down in the sun. This, like, this paper cloth, that'd be awful.
Yeah, but he was left out for sure. I mean,
not in the sun, no. Oh, actually, maybe because of the are those
the pants? I don't know if they're supposed to be like that.
I think they are.
If they are, then because I mean, look at the back of the pants.
Oh, are they not? Are they black?
They're black.
Oh. Oh, maybe it's not supposed to be like that. It still looks fine though. Like, I like how it looks a little dirty. Yeah, like, it doesn't even look faded. It just looks like they just threw dirt on it or something. Right now. Just to repair the eyes, how many screws are you in?
Like 20.
20 screws in. And that's not even, like, going over having to take off the hands, the mask, and all that.
And we're gonna do this while it's still attached. At least get the eyes moving real quick.
Yeah, don't take off the face part. That.
Now we're gonna get the eyes moving real quick.